Hello. A few minutes early today on the live stream. Let's see if I can go live here on a few different platforms. And I'm Francis McCaffrey on the live stream. Let's see if I can go live here on a few different sound here. Okay, so I'm Francis McCaffrey. I'm a fifth generation blackthorn stick maker. I'm based here in Ireland, and I'm here to do a live stream with you guys in the stick community. I always make myself available for 1 hour, and I'm here to answer any questions to do with stick making, to do with Irish culture, or anything that you guys want to do. And here we have the first guy in, Joe Grand, says hi, Francis, and hi, guys. Hello, Joe. How are things with you? It's pretty cold in Ireland. Well, it was cold. It was minus for a few days in Ireland, but now it seems to be up to about 9 or 10 degrees today. So I don't know, man. It's January. Tough time of year for weather and different things like that. So how are things with you and in your world? So again, I am a stick maker. I make sticks. I make walking sticks. I make shillelaghs. I make different things like that as well. This is a typical type of stick that I usually make, and this one is a natural bark type of finish. You can do different finishes and different things as well. Let's see. Joe is not bad. Paul says hello from North Carolina. Hello from Killorglin in County Kerry in Ireland. I'm in this tiny, small little town. It's not a village; it's a town, I suppose. It was about 2 or 3 thousand people in the town. Yeah, let's see now. Let's see, Skelligman. Let's see, says a comment on Instagram. Recently ordered 2 sticks from you this month. Both arrived and are beautiful. Thank you all the way from California. Well, Skelligs Mal, thank you for ordering as well, and happy to do that as well. From Pennsylvania, we have Tracy. And how are things with you? I have a lot of fans in Pennsylvania, so I must go there sometime as well. And I hope everything is well. I know everyone's snowed in at this time of year. Like it's just the weather, and it's time to sit in and watch the McCaffrey Crafts live stream. Because what else is there to do when you're freezing? Let's see now. On Instagram, Teji Darg says, "Love to have a chat during the week. I work in Lutzerell Town Castle Resort. Love to have a chat as well. No problem. My number's on the website. You can on WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on everywhere. I'm also in your dreams, maybe. Well, snowy and cold here as well. Yes, yes. We got a tiny little bit of snow, and it was almost the end of the world in Ireland. Not used to it at all. Like Irish people in snow just don't go. The Irish people in snow are like Irish people in the sun as well. Just don't go well. Let's see now. We have Jake Anderson. Hi, Jake. Thank you for joining the McCaffrey Crafts live stream as well. And we have a regular as well, Miriam Miles. She says hello to Francis, hello to Joe, and hello to Paul as well. Welcome, guys. This is just like an impromptu live stream I do. Usually there's no plan. I just come on here. I update you guys on what I'm working on and any new sticks and different things that I have in the woodwork. So I am going to be putting a lot of new sticks on the website tomorrow and on Sunday as well. I'm probably going to add about 40 new walking sticks. Probably going to add about 20 to 30 cudgels like shillelaghs on the sticks. The next thing that I've started working on, which will probably take about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks to have a load of them, is hiking sticks. Usually as we come into out of the winter time, March and April and May, it's usually time for the hiking sticks, and I'll be making quite a lot of them as well. In the run up to St. Patrick's, a lot of people who are going to St. Patrick's Day parade. Look, we're almost into February, and then we're into March. So, like for St. Patrick's Day, if you want to walk in the parade with a McCaffrey Crafts Irish shillelagh, I'm your man. I'm your man to do it. So a lot of guys, especially in February, they do want to order something that they can get in time for the St. Patrick's Day parade. And there's nothing more authentic and Irish than ordering direct from Ireland. It takes about like 5 days on average as well. I know they had some like big snow in Germany that slowed down any of the sticks that went to the German sorting center when they're going. So like sometimes it goes from like UPS will send it from UPS to Ireland to Germany to America, then some things like that. It goes from Munich and different places. But yeah, so St. Patrick's Day is the next big thing that I'm preparing for as well. You know, ever since the COVID flu has not been you know an issue in the past year or so. St. Patrick's Day parades have come back in full force, and last year was a pretty good year for sales. So let the sales come in for St. Patrick's Day. You know, Christmas is over now. Or actually, no, there's another holiday coming up, St. Valentine's Day. You know, I don't know how holy that holiday is or how made up it is, but it's a holiday for shopping. It's a holiday designed for entrepreneurs to take your money. So I make walking sticks. There's nothing you can give your partner than a beautiful McCaffrey Crafts walking stick. Imagine you come home from a hard day of work, and your wife, your partner, your lover, whoever that is just waiting at the door. And it's St. Valentine's Day, and they have this look of excitement on their face. Like, what did he do? What did he do? What did he do? And you have this behind your back, and you go, darling, or my lover, or whoever you are, ta-da, happy Valentine's Day, I got you a McCaffrey craft steak all the way from Ireland. He's this guy, man. He's on YouTube, he's on Facebook, he's like this chatty guy. You gotta see his steaks, and you can imagine the look on her face on St. Valentine's Day, or Valentine's Day, or whatever it's called. She's going to be so happy. She's going to be delighted. She's going to be like, wow, you really love me that you bought me a walking aid. That's, nothing says love more than that. What do you think, guys? Do you think people will buy it if I say stuff like that? Let's see. Hedma Edmonton. Edmonton! Very good. You an Oilers fan, or is that's Calgary kind of area? Edmonton, Calgary, usually kind of close enough to each other. Could I get one that is around 4 feet? I do like hiking sticks and different things like that. I do them from time to time, Mr. Edmonton, but they do go quite quickly. Paul Carter says hi, Mary, but I do them, but it's on a first come first served basis because there's such a demand. The Oilers fan, oh, very good. I lived with a guy from Edmonton before, McGlone. He was a big Oilers fan. He was up in Edmonton. There's a guy, what's your man's name? Brendan Brody as well, from Edmonton. I think he's a teacher now there as well. So I have a few friends around Edmonton that I traveled with when I was a younger man in my 20s. We were boozing and partying in Asia together. And let's see. Tim says, hi, Francis. Weather slowly warming in Colorado. Very good. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear the oil. Not talking about the Oilers. I mean, the weather improving. What is the basic pricing? This is not about price, Tracy. This is an investment. Something like this, it is priceless. It is priceless. It is a piece of Ireland that is your owning. But anyway, if you want to know the real prices, are on my website. They start from about like 95, 90 euro, go up to about 145 euro. But these sticks are beyond price. These transcend reality, these walking sticks. This is owning a piece of Ireland, grew out of Irish soil and made by Irish hands. You cannot get a more authentic product than the McCaffrey craft stick, direct from Ireland. And Tracy, only buy Irish sticks from Irish people who are in Ireland, who you know their name. Francis McCaffrey. I'm in my shop. I have a retail physical store as well. Okay. Support Irish crafts. Even if you don't like me, you don't like my sticks, go and buy from another Irish man as well. And then I'll be happy. I'll sleep well as at night. But anyway, my sticks are very competitive. I'm kind of mid-range stick maker. So you have the bottom guys, the middle guys, and the guys who do the really fancy museum-y type of sticks that go on display. I'm more a practical rustic stick maker. Like I make kind of rustic, authentic, really nice sticks as well. I hope you like my style as well. Let's see now. Let's see. Hedma Edmonton said, I recently worn out my last blackthorn from fighting it with our full contact shillelagh club, and I need a new one. The last one is a little too short for me as well. Look, the thing about you hit and wax sticks, they're going to get dented, they're going to get hit, they're going to get different things. You buy several of them as well, but you have your sticks for destroying, and you have your sticks for going as well. Sometimes these sticks are a bit too nice to be destroying in your fighting classes and different things as well. But look, once you buy them, man, it's your baby. You can destroy it, you can belt it off a wall, you can You know, dress up like a pirate. Anything you want, my man. But the thing with these sticks is they are pretty good as well. Um, I designed these as walking aids and different things as well. But like, no matter what stick you get, finishes will always wear away with contact and different things as well. But yeah, like you know, buy one of my sticks and you can see the standard as well. Buy your big man. What is it? Buy your man a big stick. Yes, Ben Harris. Yes, that is something that everyone should do. Let's see, just to wear it over time from full contact. It's just part of the game. Yeah, they do. They all wear out after time. So buy your man a big stick. Yes, ladies, to all four ladies in the Blackthorn community who turn in to watch this. Is there a man in your life that you fancy? A man that you really, really want to get with? Well, if you buy him a McCaffrey craft stick and you go, Happy Valentine's Day, here's your stick, wink, wink, you know, I'm telling you, man, he's yours forever, man. You know, you've got a good guy there as well. Let's see. Russ says, Russ from Florida. Love your work, Francis, as well. Russ, my man, thank you, man, for sending all the love from Florida. I send it right back at you, all the way from Kilorglin in County Kerry. I just ooze love and affection to you guys in the community as well. That's such a bad word, ooze. Steve Kelly, good evening, Francis. Steve, my man, how are things with you? You still doing well? Staying out of trouble? Being a good boy? Being a good boy in January, Steve. I hope you are. We have big John. John is about 7'9" tall, I think, or something like that. I know that's a legend or a rumor. Like, I don't know if it's true. Like, you know, there's a legend of this Northerner called John Elliott, and he's 7'6" or 7'9" or something like that. Evening, how's the form now? Plenty of snow. It all thawed out today, John, here in Kilorglin. The snow was here this morning until about like 1 p.m. And then it all just thawed out, and the temperatures were up to 6, and it got up to about 10 degrees there in the afternoon. And so I think we're getting a lot of rainfall. So I think we're away from the snow now. I think the snow is going to go, but I'm still cold. I'm still a bit cold as well. Let's see now. Tracy says, "Well, I'd agree. I just need to know how much to save up as well." Yeah, the shipping is about like €35. Like the dollar to the euro is not. It's about 10% difference. So you know, maybe about like $40 for shipping. And if you want a nice stick, about $140 to $160 with the shipping as well. So you know, that's if you want something that's kind of nice. I do cheaper ones as well, and lighter ones, and shorter ones, and different things. But yeah, like you know, it's something there that you will enjoy as well, and it's a really nice thing to own, to be earned. A new one I can actually use, not just for sure. Exactly, that is exactly what I do. I make sticks that people can use. I'm not into the show sticks that look fantastic in a picture, fantastic on the wall. Like, these are workhorses. I make my sticks. I kind of specialize in an Irish style, the rustic style, a style that we use. They're not fancy. They're not over the top. They're just rustic, authentic Irish walking sticks, ones that you can use every day. And this is the type of thing that I like to make as well. Henma Edmondson, the price is reasonable for a general thing. Trust me, they feel amazing in your hand. They do indeed. Like, you know, this one is about like 300 grams. And for me, like, you know, for comfortably, if I have to do striking and stuff, like I know not much about the old stick fighting stuff as well. I do find it funny to tease the stick fighters as well, because there are some guys within the community can be you know, a little bit emotional. So sometimes, just for a bit of fun, I do tease the sticks and the stick fighting guys. But it's all with love as well. It's love. I usually call them little pirates that like jumping around and things like that. But I think it's like, if you know any Irish person, and you do as well, being around Edmonton, there's plenty of Irish. It's pretty normal to tease and to insult each other, but in a comical, fun way as well. A lot of people don't really get that as well. Sometimes people are a bit serious. Let's see now. Jake Anderson, I need another one of your sticks, hopefully as a birthday gift next month as well. Everyone who knows Jake Anderson, all of you Andersons out there, Jake is hungry. He's hungry for what? He's hungry for McCaffrey Crafts walking sticks. He doesn't need one. He needs two. Like, Jake wants to be a stick collector, but he's just too shy to sell you Anderson. So all the Anderson clan, if you care about your bloodline, you know, and Jake has kept the Anderson bloodline going for this generation and another generation as well. I'm assuming you have. If you haven't, I'm sorry, but you have. We'll say just to make it an interesting story. So Andersons, if you care about the Anderson bloodline, you will buy Jake a blackthorn walking stick. This is going to make him very virile. He's going to go out. He's going to make another generation of Andersons the minute he buys his stick. So he'll need at least 4 sticks to buy. So go to my website and buy a few as well. I need a walking aid and of Irish descent. My granny's from Ireland, so I need one as well. Look, Tracy, jokes aside, like these are fantastic walking aids. I make walking aids. That's kind of what I specialize in as well. I focus a lot on the hand, on the handle and comfortable grip as well. If there's a live chat function on the website, usually if I'm awake and I have my phone on me, I'll answer it as well. If you have any questions on the website, just go there and there's a live chat, and usually I can answer them as well. Or message me on Facebook Messenger through my website or through the website as well. Let's see, we have the Arm King, the Forearm King. I nearly called you the Foreskin King. I mean the Forearm Skin, not the Foreskin King. Very nice to see you, and thank you for joining the live stream as well. If anyone's on Instagram, on YouTube, check out this guy. He's the number 4 Arm King. He's a very inspirational guy. He's into fitness. He's into health. He's into mindset. These are the guys you should be watching. You should not be flicking through TikTok looking at these cute girls in their bathtubs in bikinis and stuff. They're there to distract you. They are the devil. They're evil. Even though I hired one of these models to model my stick before. But anyway, you should be watching guys who, like when I'm making sticks, I listen to different opinions. I listen to a lot of political debate. I'm very interested in American politics as well. I have a keen interest in what's going on in the economy. It does affect me in my life as well. I'm interested in the Israel conflict as well. I pay attention to that. I look at both sides of the argument and then I make up my own opinions. Of course, I have great sympathy for a lot of atrocities, and I condemn a lot of atrocities too as well. So my point is that the Forearm King is one of these guys. I've checked out his channel, and he has a good mind, and he's genuinely trying to help people out there as well. There's guys out there that are full of nonsense and different things, but he's not one of them. He's a genuine guy. He seems like a good dude from everything I've listened to as well. I haven't met him in person. I have to meet him in person to give him like the full 100%, but he gets a 90% of my recommendation. And just check him out there if you're on Instagram or any of these places, and just judge for yourself. It's just going to take 10 minutes to have a listen to the guy, and you'll either like him or you don't. Steve Kelly, if you can't be good at it. If you can't be good at it, I've been told as well. All right, Steve, man. Steve, are you a drinker? What's your vices? What do you like to do? What were your bad habits as well? I'm actually getting good, man. I'm getting fit and healthy. I'm going to get into my health routine now. You see, I specialize in what's called the yo-yo diet, where in the summertime and springtime, I lose my weight and feel great. And in the wintertime, I'm like one of these bears. I pack on the pounds and the calories. And I got to stop doing this, man. I have this yo-yo. I have fat thin. If you look through my YouTube for the past like 5 to 6 years, it's like wintertime, chubby, stick maker. Summertime, I'm pretty lean and fit. And I keep doing that every year. So I probably should change that. Zero Fox, good evening, Francis. Good evening to you as well. How is your local sales? And within Ireland, not too good. The sale, it's like Irish people are not really supportive of the blackthorns, the sticks. Like they associate like the idea of like the fighting Irish. Like remember, like Ireland has got very woke, woke culture and all of that kind of nonsense. And they associate the blackthorn sticks, the fighting Irish, the fighting culture, the stick fighting, all of this. They don't really support it. Not everyone in Ireland, but like the kind of collective consciousness within Ireland is that they think that this is something they don't want to be associated with. The idea of a fighting stick, the idea of this heritage product and different things as well. They're not really into it. So I wish my local sales were a bit much, but mostly my sales are from around the world and for different things. I do get a lot of sales from the city, like around Dublin and a few places like that. Let's see, what's from Instagram, David Ward said, what's the biggest stick you do? I'm limited, David Ward, by the postal service and by the courier service and by shipping it. The biggest stick I can do is what they will take, which is usually like if it's UPS, I can do up to 38 inches. If it's DHL, I can do the 100. What's he? Just under 4 foot, 1 inch under 4 foot. If it's the post office, I can go as far as maybe 58 inches or something like that. So usually I kind of go around the 54-inch mark is kind of like the biggest stick, and usually outside of that is kind of a bit difficult. Hedman Edmonton, and rightly so, fighting with blackthorns is just a form of hooliganism as well. Uh, yeah, like it's people fought with sticks. Hooligans fought with everything they want, and fighting. Despite what people say, fighting is a part of Irish identity. Is something that has been a part of Irish culture for some time. Stick fighting did happen. Irish faction fights was actually a part of Irish history that they don't put any of the history books as well. The Irish, fun-loving, drinking. A country that's had a lot of trauma and deals with trauma probably by fighting and different things as well. Um, Wherever a country is full of heavy drinkers, like they're usually dealing with some trauma as a country. So we have some trauma from being invaded and different things as well. Daniel Dubno says, loved the commissioned one you sent, but I need another more roughly than the purity one, purty one that you made as well. Well, Daniel, I'm always making sticks, all different types. I try to make such an array of sticks that try to satisfy all people's thirsts. Like some people are thirsty for the rustic sticks, some likes the longer sticks, some likes the well polished sticks, some likes the really ugly rugged sticks, some like the bendy sticks, some like the straight sticks, and I try my best to put as many variety of sticks up as possible. And sooner or later, Daniel, you're going to see that stick on my site, and you are going to be like, wow, I need that stick. And if you're not quick, it'll be gone. So if you see a stick you like, Daniel, go for it, man. That's my advice to you as well. Jake is laughing away as well. I'm glad that I am being a bit funny. Let's see. Edmonton says, the faction fights followed the spur across the pond. That's true. And continued on where I grew. Yeah, of course. A lot of Irish, they didn't go to States. They went to Canada. They went to Newfoundland, wasn't it? Newfie, around Newfoundland. And that was kind of like the first port of call. And then they spread across Canada looking for better opportunities. And of course, with like jobs in Edmonton and Calgary and Alberta, being a pretty good state, and with the oil and all of that. And of course, the Irish brought fighting into different regions as well. Filipino guys brought fighting in. The Russians brought fighting in. A lot of cultures do it. Like the thing is, fighting is part of an identity. Like there's nothing wrong with talking about fighting. Like this, let's see. David Ward says, I could collect it if you make one about 68 inches as well. Yeah, maybe. I don't. You see, I don't cut them that long for that reason. I'll see if I have any longer pieces. I might have a few very long ones, but 68. But yeah, like a collection that would solve the problem. Yeah, message me about that. But like, I'm kind of like busy for the next 2 weeks. I have enough kind of things on my plate, so I won't be like making anything like that. It'll probably be like mid-February or March, so you'd have to wait for it. But if you didn't mind that as well. Let's see. Daniel Dudno, I'm proud of the beauty, but I'm eager for my next McCaffrey. This one is a 39-inch. Daniel, I like that attitude, man, and I appreciate that you're a repeat customer coming back as well. So I must be doing something right that you're coming back and looking at my sticks. As again, Daniel, I try to make as many sticks as possible and try to make as different, and I use different finishes. I think that like that's one of the things, while I'm quite popular, is that I try to make as many different sticks as possible and give you guys as much choice as well. And sooner or later, you will see one that'll just really connect with as well. Let's see. Hedman Edmonton on Instagram says, the Ottawa Valley North is filled with Irish settlements as well. Yeah, the Irish settled in a lot of different places in Canada. A lot of people, they kind of like connected more with the weather there. It might have been a bit colder, a bit more suitable for the Irish that were there as well. And there's great opportunities in Canada, for when a lot of Irish people went there as well. And it's a pretty cool place, man. Roxy Lass One says, good evening, Francis. Good evening, Roxy Lass. How are things with you? Works of beauty, Daniel. Thanks very much, man. I usually just try to say my sticks are rustic sticks. I design them to be used. If they feel comfortable in the hand and I think they're good as a walking age, that's kind of do it then. David Wall says not a bother, bud. Yeah, just give us a shout. But I might have a few pieces like that, but I'll have to dig them out in my shed, which will take a while. Let's see. I don't drink anymore, which is good. I've been sober for 26 years. No vices anymore. Thanks. That's very good habit. Everyone, we have wisdom on this channel. Not I don't just sell sticks. I sell wisdom. And Steve Kelly, look at this guy, man. 26 years. He stayed away from the demon drink. And he has no vices anymore as well. So everyone, let's give a clap to Steve Kelly. We are promoting the non-drinking of alcohol on today's episode for a while, until the next comment comes in. Some guy says he drinks. But until that happens, we will support Steve. Yeah, like I actually don't drink myself, Steve, at all. I might like fake drink. What I mean by that is that if I'm invited out to something and I might have to have one or two drinks, I'll drink them. It's not going to kill me. But I don't enjoy getting drunk. I like the feeling of having a beer maybe in a hot country when the sun is setting. And that's a really nice feeling. You get that like thirst. But I don't really like enjoy alcohol or stuff. Like it just loses appeal. Like, you're a young lad, it's kind of like fun and different things. But alcohol just doesn't really, I don't really have an urge for it anymore. But I'm not like, oh, stay away alcohol, it's evil and stuff. Like if I'm in a social setting and someone hands me a drink, I'll be, yeah, tastes good. I'll drink it as well. But like, I'm not going to be like, give me another as well. Let's see. Forearm King says, thanks for the kind words, my friend. Much appreciated. And the same to you. Much respect to you and the Irish heritage as well. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And, like recognizes like, and I can see that you're a good guy. And, you're like genuinely trying to help people. And you're using your time to actually do that. And do that through being useful. The one thing I respect in people is people that are useful and they're doing something like at least productive as well. I've seen so many people in this community in Ireland and so many young guys as well, and their attitude and mindset is just terrible. They just don't want to work. They want everything too easy, and they just they play video games too much, and they're just, I don't know, man, it's rotting away. It's kind of sad to see sometimes. Let's see. Your viewers should buy the books of the Blackthorn. I have it. I have Jane. I have like behind me, I have 150 copies of that book, and I haven't signed by the author. So if anyone wants that book, I have to like send it by the post office, because that's the annoying thing about books is like it the cost of shipping it can be annoying if it's too heavy. I have to check the cost of shipping with the post office, but I have a load of those books. If anyone wants them, Days with Blackthorn, Faction Fighters of Kerry, by Sean Moynihan. I've actually done an interview with him on my channel. He's in the interview sections. I think I have a playlist as well. And yes, you can read about the fighters. And Mick Foley, I'm a descendant of Mick Foley, Big Mick Foley, who's not the WWE wrestler, but he was a very famous faction fighter in County Kerry in Killorglin. And yeah, my mom's a Foley from Killorglin, so he would be a relative of mine going back. William Liddell, very nice to try one. They look beautiful. Thanks, William. I appreciate that. I make rustic sticks to be used as well, and I hope that that everything's good with you as well. Paul's jumping in there, saying hello to Roxy Lass. Very good. Let's see now. We have Stephen Campbell. Let's see. It's my favorite Irishman. Well, you and Bram Stoker as well. Okay. Why Bram Stoker? I know Bram Stoker was in Dublin, and I know the family that owned. Well, I don't know the family. I know one of the guys whose family owned the Bram Stoker house and sold it for €750,000 about 5-6 years ago as well. And then he was on the run from the police, and he set up a YouTube channel and stuff. And I used to join and watch his live streams. And yeah, so like Bram Stoker was wrote Dracula, for anyone who's curious there, and there's a guy from based in Dublin. Okay, we have William Liddell says congratulations, Steve, as well. That's good for your no drinking. There's nothing wrong with drinking and nothing wrong with eating. It's just when you do anything to excess, if you become too obsessed with drinking, and like you have these guys in my hometown in Killorglin, and like they're on welfare, they're on free money from the government. They're not working. There's work out there, but they just don't want to work. And then on every Thursday, they get like if you're over 25, you get €225 per week. But if you have like a wife and you have a few kids, you might get 400 something euro per week. And you always see them going into the bar across the way, like either Francis Sheehan's or a few of those places. And like they're all drinking beer. They just get their money in the morning and they just start drinking. And like that's their life. They go in there and they just nothing to say. They might talk about sports and different things, and sadly, that is a part of Irish culture as well. And it's not something that I'm deeply proud of. That you do see a lot of this as well, of guys that just get their money from the what's called the dole or the social welfare, and they go drink it there straight away as well. It's kind of defeats the purpose as well. But the bars need the customers and need different things, and it's one of those kind of things. You're hiking. Just 1 second now. Let's go back here. Your hiking and walking sticks are beautiful. And when choosing a walking stick, how do I determine the correct height? Deb, there's a few ways to do it, but the easiest way is just half your height with shoes on. So divide your height by 2 and add on maybe an inch, something like that. And that's really close enough to what's going to be comfortable for you as well. Usually if you pick pick a stick within an inch of your comfort level, it's all going to be good. So usually half your height with an inch. Like there's various ways to. Some people say measure to your wrist and to different things. But what I find when you measure to your wrist is you have to keep the walking stick really in close to you, because it's going to be a lot shorter, because your wrist usually will go down a bit if you're like a shorter leg person. But some people have short legs, some people have long legs. So I don't think it's really inaccurate to say like your wrist. So if you're like a really tall guy, like over 6 foot, you can say to your wrist, like it works well. But for shorter people, that measurement doesn't work. But when you kind of calculate half your height and add a little bit on, which is usually like about an inch extra, and usually I say just half your height with shoes on, and that gives people a kind of close enough estimate. So I hope that kind of helps. I like to try to make things as simple as possible, but there's loads of ways to calculate it or complex. Thanks for the stick, sir. I will grab a real shillelagh next time. I appreciate that, Kyla, and thank you as always for the support. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Deb Zorn says, please discuss the differences between the varieties of woods from which you create the walking sticks. Wow, Deb, that's going to take like an hour. Well, I'll try to condense it. Thank you. And will you have Rowan back in stock? I should, but not for about another year, I say. Actually, me and Rowan, there's abundance of around me, and I keep putting it off to say I'll get it next week, I'll get it next week, and I keep forgetting to do it, and I keep getting distracted and looking for the blackthorn. But I do need to get back into the Rowan business as well. There's plenty of it around it. Like I actually have an abundance of it around my neighborhood and everywhere. So okay, discuss the difference between various. Okay, you have blackthorn. Blackthorn, Deb, is the daddy of woods. And what do I mean by the daddy of woods? It's one of the most sought after by stick collectors, by people into walking sticks as well. And blackthorn is a dense, heavy wood with a very tight wood grain. And it was used by the Irish faction fighters, and also it was used as weaponry within Irish culture. But then to get around the rules and regulations, they would say it's a walking aid and different things like that. So that is the blackthorn. Blackthorn is synonymous with Irish culture, is also a symbol of Ireland, and is given to a lot of foreign dignitaries to visit it. You have then like an oak walking stick. Blackthorn, the bark is usually left on and has a few bumps and knuckles. Sometimes it has thorns, and there's different parts of the tree that you can cut that make good sticks. Oak is a dense, heavy wood as well. About not as dense as blackthorn, but very close to it. It has a beautiful wood grain. Usually the bark and everything's removed on that as well. There's a few different varieties of oak. The Irish oak as well is a little bit paler as well, but you can scorch it and make it look good with scorching. And then you have ash. Ash is another dense wood. It's a very, very nice wood as well. Looks a bit better with the bark off. You have hazelwood. This is more of a kind of lighter wood, but still very strong and excellent walking stick. I've got some amazing hazel sticks on my website. I'd highly recommend that. You have the chestnut as well, which is usually the chestnut. You can go for a bigger, heavier stick, but the density of the wood is a little bit lighter than blackthorn, so it's still able to use as a walking stick. And holly is a beautiful wood, a pale wood, Irish holly from the holly tree. That's like a nice little pale wood as well. It looks a bit nicer with the bark on. Holly was used as well by shillelaghs and in stick fighting, and it is like a heavy, dense wood as well. So hopefully that's just a very quick kind of thing about some of the differences and some of the different woods. Let's see, Ray McKnight. I tried to order a stick, but for some reason my peanut could not be processed. I'm going to try again the first of the month with a prepaid card. I hope the one I want is still available. I also make walking sticks, but only a few for myself. Friends, love your sticks, sir. Yeah, all payments have been coming through during the stream. I've got 3 orders. So I assume that that everything is going well. Bartel Custom Blade Works says loving mine, mate, as well. Thanks. I want one of your knives. I'll actually buy one of your knives. I like the ones with the little thing you can smash the window in, and the ones where you have like the little circle and there's little kind of glass breaker at the bottom. I like those knives. And me and my son are into knives a bit. And I've actually been meaning to get one for my son. So thanks for. I actually will look at your products. I'll actually buy one. Yeah, but there's no problem with the website. Sometimes just refresh. Sometimes if you have with a particular bank, if you're trying to make an international payment, your bank would put like a little kind of stopper note on it. Usually, you call your bank. They were like, "Were you trying to make this payment?" Say, "Yeah, I was," and then boom, they'll release it and different things. It just depends. There's so many different banks and so many different cards in America. But I accept PayPal. I accept there's on my website. There's something like 15 different ways to accept payments, so there's quite a lot. Rowan fruit is extremely rare, probably not in season or has not been seasoned yet. It's actually it is rare, but not in my area. Like I know a lot of places that I can get it from, and it hasn't been destroyed by the hedge cutters as well. So yeah, I need to get my ass off this chair and get cutting some rowan as well. Let's see. Love mine. And Bart says, "Oh yes, mate. That's it. The Raven. We can do a deal for sure as well. Yeah, I don't mind paying. It's fine. Because I actually like your products. I think you do a good job. And yeah, like if you need any support or marketing or anything, just give us a shout. I'd be happy to give you a shout out. And I think you're like, are you just exclusively selling on Instagram or do you have like a website? So I haven't looked at it in a few weeks. Let's see. Are there weight limits for walking sticks? Will a thinner stick hold the weight with a heavier person? Yeah, Alan. You know your own weights better than others. Like if you're a big heavy guy, don't get a half-inch stick. Like usually like the hazel and can take a lot of weight. The chestnut can take a huge amount of weight. With the blackthorn, like if you go for like 7/8 of an inch or anything above like 3/4 of an inch might be okay. But if it's about like 5/8 of an inch, depending how heavy you are, if you're not sure, just message and say, look, is this stick okay for my height and for my weight? And just ask me the questions before you buy. That's the easiest way. So if you see a stick, say you like this one. So you're 5'5", so 33-inch. Boom, there you go. So a 33-inch stick could be fine. 33 and a half, 33-inch, anything around that depth would be fine. I can cut the size and resize them as well, so there's no problem there. Let's see now. We have Carson Black. Sure, by spending it on drink, they're going to be doing the decent thing by giving most of it back through taxes as well. Yeah, man, don't get me started on taxes. I'm like a private limited company in Ireland, so my tax rate is 12.5%. I'm on corporation tax, which is very good. Like a lot of guys, they start like they're selling cash in hand, they're selling the sticks online and different things, and then they have to set themselves up as a sole trader and stuff, and then they get if they make over a certain amount of money, they then get attacked by taxes. But I have a limited company. I make sure my tax rate stays within. I give myself a salary out of that. In addition, of course, to being the company owner and director. And yeah, taxes, man, are the bane of everyone's life as well. Let's see. On Instagram, we have Bartle Custom Blade Works. Yeah, I guess IG just on Instagram, but new website under development, probably a couple of weeks out. Just do it yourself. Contracting a website to other guys is annoying. Go to Shopify and get a free template. You'd learn how to do it on YouTube, within a day. And it's best to have control of your own website. If you're waiting for a guy to do it for a few weeks, forget about that. Just get going, get your own site. Try to control everything is my advice. And when you're dealing with web guys, they're annoying. I was a web guy before, so I kind of know the industry pretty well. So I know how to make websites. A couple of weeks out, but a short post your stick up to. Yeah. Instagram is a good place to start, but you gotta be everywhere, man. You gotta be like YouTube and Facebook, and you gotta find where your customers are. And the biggest thing, as you probably know, is the shipping. Working on shipping. Let's see. John says I cut a few more hazel this year and some apple block sticks for a change as well. It's good to expand into a few different woods as well. Like I've cut a load of holly this year, so I'm gonna have. I just have to wait for the season, but probably about maybe the end of this year or probably the year after. Like I have probably 600 hollies, and that'll be a nice little stash. I probably need to get more rowan tree again. I actually have finished I actually have like 300 hazel sticks that I finished last year, and they were like part of what I call my medical fund. So because like I'm a stick maker, and if I ever get sick or hurt or into hospital or any operation or anything, and what I usually do is I have like a reserve of sticks that I make from all different woods, and just to kind of like get me through, because like this is my job. I need income to keep coming in, so I have a bunch of blackthorn that I kind of hold back, and usually I could like I have like an easily a 2 or 3 month supply of wood always just on hand that I just kind of keep to the side. I don't talk about it too much, but like it's usually as a security thing as well, and it's good to branch in. Like if you look at Jerry Hicks, you look at all the kind of like guys that are getting into it. They do get blackthorn. Then guys will have interest in different woods and hazelwood and all of these other woods. And the more you kind of branch out into a few different things as well, it looks pretty good. There's pear wood, there's cherry wood, there's like a load of different woods you can do. It just depends. If it looks cool, just go for it. Like, why not? Let's see. William Liddell says it. Yes, that is sad. Did not know it was that way. Same thing here in America. Will PM for a stick, being disabled, I need a cane to walk, but never thought of a walking stick. It needs to be durable and strong. Yeah, just message me beforehand. Say, look, I like this stick. Here's my weight. Here's my size. What do you think? I look at it and I'll say, yeah, I think that's good. Go for it. Or I'll say, look, how about this one instead? That's it. If I'm asleep, just give me a few hours till I wake up or something like that till I respond to you. Let's see. Joe, we're on to the next comment now. Let me check Instagram as well. That's fine. So we have, let's see. Joe says, hopefully I'll be able to sell a few knob sticks when they're done. Yeah, of course. Like if the sticks look nice, they'll sell. Like the thing about stick making, there's not a lot of mystery to it. If you make a nice stick, everyone needs a walking stick. Everyone needs a walking aid. Everyone, if you make something that looks nice, it's something interesting, people will buy it. Simple as. It's not complicated. If you find a piece of wood and you bring out the best net and it looks good, you'll be able to sell it no problem as well. Just don't get discouraged and stick with it. Most people give up. They look at me, they see me selling loads, but they don't understand, like, I've been doing this since 2007. I have built up customers in my own community over the past like 15 years. Like I have 15 years of customers, 15 years of sales. I have people whose fathers and their kids have like bought sticks from me as well. So like when a lot of guys they kind of see me selling quite a lot of sticks, they'd be like, oh, why I can't sell a lot and different things. But like, remember, that's the compounding effect of being in business for so many years and having so many repeat customers and relatives and cousins and weddings and funerals and everything coming back to me as well. People looking for different things. It does take a lot. Let's see now. So I was just distracted. There's some people looking in the window at me. Let's see now. We have Deb Zorn says, wonderful, you're fabulous. Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. Thank you. I will be ordering the blackthorn. Yeah, not a bother, Deb. Any questions, just message me up and just give me some time to respond. Like, just remember the time difference between Ireland and wherever you are in the world, because sometimes I get messages at like 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. and of course I'm sleeping, but I'll always respond when I wake up. I see it's half your height with half an inch for the stopper, and I'm 5'9", so I use 35 and a half inch. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you get a stick that's a bit too long, you can just hold it a little bit out and it's fine. If the stick's a bit shorter, hold it close to you. Like, there's different ways you can hold the stick. So, like, and then you can always resize and make stick shorter as well. You just cut it and sand it and seal it. Let's see. I'm start crafting them in late June. It'll be easier to peel the bark. Yeah. If it looks good under the bark, like Irish stick making style is we leave the bark on. I know in the States and places it's taken off, but if the wood grain looks good and it looks pretty good, like blackthorn naked looks terrible. It looks weird, man. Ash looks okay without the bark. Rowan tree looks good without the bark. Oak looks good without the bark. Hazel so without the bark. Maybe you have to stain it. If you kind of stain it, actually, it looks okay. Steve. My shillelagh walking stick doesn't have a knob at the handle and it kind of hurts my hand. So I'll order one from you when I can as well. Yeah, like sometimes, if you, like the beauty of a knob stick, it just fits in right and comfortably into the center of your hand. So like, with a knob stick, look, it's just in the center of your hand. So it is comfortable. Like it doesn't really hurt or anything because like it's kind of like flat with just curve and it just goes into your hand, and you can hold these knob sticks for forever, like, and they don't. It's like, but sometimes like if you're putting like too much weight, like the thing with the stick is it's there to kind of keep you balanced if you're a bit kind of unstable and stuff, and if you have an injury and stuff. But like if you're putting all your weight and you're holding the stick too well, so sometimes you can be holding the stick too tight. Just kind of hold it kind of nice as well. And sometimes just like if you see the handle and you see, okay, just maybe like there's no harm just smoothing. Say if you notice something on the shape of your hand and you're like, it's not quite comfortable, it's nearly there. Just get a little rasp and sandpaper and just kind of sand it and then smooth it over with some gloss finish. And sometimes it can be just like a little thing that just needs to be changed to make it even comfort for you. So yeah, like the thing is, getting comfort in the handle is kind of important too. Carl Barb, that is so true, for 5.9. Very good. I'm still trying to learn the different types of wood looking at the bark. I go into Google to look at the trees. Sometimes it's easier from the leaves or from the fruit, or look like some trees will flower in spring before other trees. So like, there's various other ways. Sometimes not gonna lie, I think it's hard to identify wood from the bark alone. I find it easier from the leaves and the fruit, and different things like that is a bit easier. I got to go to the circus, aka work. Bye, Francis. Bye, guys, as well. Have a great day at work, Joe. Hope you do well. And every penny earned is something that is going to be accumulated and help you then to buy loads of McCaffrey crafts walking sticks. Anthony Easter says, "Hi, Francis. I'll mail you over the weekend about a stick I'm after." Yeah, pop me through an email and see. I'm kind of like going to be focused. I have a few things going on the next 2 weeks that I have to kind of get my attention. I'm going to put a lot of sticks up online this weekend, and then maybe for about two weeks, I'm just going to work on a few different things before I kind of like put up. A load of hiking sticks are in the works as well. Let's see now. Let's see. Thank you, says William Liddell. Yep. Thank you for being part of this as well. Just got in 20 sticks in the bag. Very good, Will. Blackthorn, the cream in the coffee, and I have a stick off you soon, Francis. Sounds like a pretty good day. 26 that you collected. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good day. And having a nice coffee as well. I don't really like the taste of coffee, but I like getting the energy boost off it. And now that I'm in my mid-40s, I take all the advantages I can. So I'll have a coffee or two in the morning, and I don't really enjoy the taste, but I just like like the feeling as well. We have American Nomads. That's hello, Francis. Hey, American Nomad. That's very good. Let's see. In Instagram, we have a comment here. It says Doug in Flint says, I was amazed at the amount of backstock that you have drying as well. Yeah, like I actually am the biggest seller, by quantity in Ireland, and I need to have a lot of stock. I do have, blackthorn, but I also have hazel. I also have holly. I have, some oak as well. I have a number of different woods, and you kind of need to kind of plan for years and ahead in stick making. Like I have stock for the next few years, and like I plan in years. So like remember, it takes 2 to 3 years to season the wood. So when you see me with a lot of stock, that's it. I still have to wait, a year or two for it to dry. And but yeah, I am quite fortunate, and that is through a lot of hard work through sourcing it. I have guys cutting for look. I cut my own wood, but because I'm a large company now, I do hire and pay guys to cut for me, and I don't mind doing that as well. And I have 3 guys who are very good to me, and they have been cutting me for a while. I have one new guy came this year that's very good as well. You know who you are. I met you today. Today, and you supplied me with some nice 40 nice pieces of wood. And yeah, I think it's important as well to support people. And I usually my prices are very simple. That for a blackthorn one piece where I can make a knob handle, if you cut one of those for me, I will give you €10 in cash, no problem at all. And usually, like that is the kind of buying rate that I will buy in pieces of blackthorn for €10. I think that's fair because, like, if you cut 10 in the morning, look, you cut 20 sticks there in one day, Will Foster. So I would give you €200. Boom. So for some guys, they don't want to wait the 3 years. they have a bit of blackthorn in the area. They don't have the time to do the stick making, and yeah, they're quite happy to just, here, McCaffrey, here's 20 sticks. I'll take the 200 cash. I can use that now. It'll help me in my life. 200 euro for a day or a morning's work. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I think it's a fair salary. And that's usually what I pay guys. So if anyone, there's not much left. There's about 5 or 6 weeks left of cutting, so that's what I buy them for. So if you've collected some blackthorn, that's kind of like the kind of going rate on it as well, and that's kind of what I think is fair. I probably pay more than most guys. Most of the other guys, they that buy in the woods, they wouldn't pay as much. They want it for €5 or €6 or something like that. I give you €10 per piece. Then I season it for the 2 to 3 years. Then I work in it, and then you have a lot of overheads as well. Let's see. Bartle Custom Work says, "Thanks for your advice. Got a family meal now, so heading out. Thanks again. Have a great weekend." Yeah, not a bother. I'm always happy to talk to other craftspeople, and I give advice based on what I've learned. It's just my opinion, and you find your own pattern. Not everything I say is right, but I'm happy to give advice to people. I actually don't mind doing that. My dad. Say hello to a friend that we met this morning as well. No, I'm keeping him secret, Dad. I'm keeping him secret, man. I don't want people to know the guys I cut wood from, man. They'll be trying to get too much information as well. And you have to protect these guys as well. I think it's not. You shouldn't really highlight that. These guys, what they're they're doing and different things as well. I like to protect all my sources. Hi, Frank. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. It's a shame I'm in England and I'm out cutting a lot. Yeah, like it's fun, but it's a bit dangerous too. You got to be very careful with blackthorn. Biggest danger, septicemia, man, blood poisoning with thorns. So be very careful when you're out cutting as well. Who is the best stick maker in Ireland? Alan, it's my dad. That's easy. To me, the best stick maker in Ireland is my dad. I learned from him. He's the real deal. He's a carpenter by trade. He's been crafting all my life. I've seen him hustle. I've seen him try to make accordion boxes. He had a company, McCaffrey Units, for a while in Cork. And my dad, he worked hard his whole life, and it wasn't easy for him because the internet wasn't there and different things. And so the best stick maker in Ireland is, to me, in my humble opinion, is always going to be my dad, Alan. I respect my family. I respect my dad. Everything I know has come from him as well. I'm not that big-headed that I don't recognize where I came from and what I did. After the 2008 financial crisis, when I was up my ass and had no money and was broke like most people in Ireland, all my qualifications and skill were like toilet paper. They were worthless. And, I started taking up stick making as a hobby. My dad was showing me what to do back in 2008 to 2010 over those 2 years. And we got to spend a good bit of time together. And then my dad had a bit of a health scare back then. You remember when we went to Manchester, you had a bit of a health scare and different things. So I was a bit worried about his time left on this planet. So I was wanted to spend more time with him and get involved in different things. And it was always something that I knew was the family history and the family tradition. And I thought I was always, better than everything and wanted to do all of these different things. And then it takes a while to see the value in your family heritage and business, because as a young man you have all of these dreams and aspirations, but then reality hits you and kicks you right in the nuts, and you get hit by something like the financial crisis 2008 2010. Then you guys will remember that, a lot of the guys in the community, and it was very tough to get through. And that was when I done that. So for me, Alan, my dad, he's the man. My dad's a top G. My dad is the best stick maker in Ireland. He's been doing it since forever. Yeah, I think it's as simple as that. Will Foster, I cut 2 lovely dog rose sticks today, straight as an arrow and massive thorns. Do you have an experience with using them for sticks? No, I don't know anything about rose sticks. It's I know the rose bush and different things, and I never seen a wood that you can make from a rose bush. So I don't know much about rose sticks and different things like that as well. But look, if it looks good, it's strong enough, and you want to have a go at it or wax, sure, why not? Who's those guys that make sticks out of bean stalks or corn stalks? I can't remember what it is. Something those kind of stalks, that they make sticks off. I've seen people do sticks of that. But yeah, if you find a nice piece of local wood, there's a good history to it. There's a nice handle that you can visualize. You probably know this, Will, but when you get into stick making, it's you see handles everywhere. You can't just go for a walk in the forest with your kids or your wife or your dog. You're constantly like looking and scanning the hedges, scanning everything. Is that a handle? Is it 3 foot? Is this? Is that? You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator. Like you're just like scanning the whole area, going, is that a handle? Is that a handle? That's a handle. And then you might take out your phone and you put a little note down to say, look. Sometimes you can use like Google Maps, drop a pin, say like in this area there's this many sticks. I'll come back here again and keep a little notes. But yeah, it's quite interesting. Jake, I have a little over 100 sticks currently cut in season. That's good. If I lived in Ireland, I'd be cutting blackthorn hedges to help you keep up with your stock France. I'd appreciate that. A lot of the hedges, man, got butchered by a lot of guys this year because they offered some money to farmers to cut their hedges back, and they took a tiny bit of money. And even though I offered the farmers more money to cut the hedges, they were like, "Nah, we'll take lesser money because we're farmers and we want to do what we've been programmed to do." But yeah, it's an interesting thing to get into as well. And yeah, so I cut my own sticks, and I do buy in sticks, and I'm quite happy to pay guys what is fair for their time and their effort. And I have no problem paying guys as well. I have an insatiable desire. I will buy as much blackthorn as people can cut. If there's no handle in it, I won't accept it. If the bend is too bad, I won't accept it. If it's white thorn, I won't accept it. Things like that. And let's see, Brussels, yeah, that's the one. Brussels brown stem they use. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. And I see guys using as well. And they use like the willow sticks in America. That's a Kentucky stick guy. He sells a lot of that twisted wood as well. And I know there's a lot of interesting woods like in Africa and different things as well. And but some of the woods like in Asia, like they're way too hard to even use as a walking aid. Like they're just like rock hard, and even to try to cut through them when they're seasoned, like they're just impossible to do it as well. Yeah, there's the German woods, the Cornell cherry, as well. But yeah, I like kind of most woods as well. But there's certain woods I just don't like and stuff. Like I'm not a big fan of hawthorn. Don't really like the kind of that wood an awful lot. Not a fan of dogwood as well. I think I bought some of that before just to investigate, have a look at it, and when I was like but yeah, it wasn't it was so light, and it was like a really kind of cheap kind of wood when it was seasoned as well. It just didn't even look kind of good. And diamond willow, yeah, that's the one, Dad. Yeah, diamond willow looks pretty cool. That looks like a pretty cool kind of wood. Maple looks like good as well. Cherry's a nice wood. What's that? But maple is a good hardwood. And hickory, isn't hickory a nice wood too, I think. So let's see now. Alan says, "Are you able to custom print jobs or design on sticks as well?" I do rustic walking aids and different things like that. I don't go over the top by putting a lot of nonsense shamrocks and symbols and names and all of these different things. The McCaffrey style of stick making is simple rustic sticks that you can use, authentic one pieces that are made direct from Ireland as well. So doing these customizations. Oh, I want this. I want a picture of Batman on it. I want a shamrock. I want a leprechaun. I want you to write with marker on my some Irish song or something like that. It's not the kind of market that I go into. I kind of make sticks that I like, and I don't really like sticks with kind of custom paints and designs and little bits and things on them as well. And I kind of do what I want, in terms of like the design and the style that I like, Alan, as well. But yeah, like, so if you have something that you have in mind and stuff, and like I can sell you one of the sticks that I have on my site, and I make the sticks that I want. But if you're looking for something custom or something like, as you said, with designs and different things, like it's not. If you're looking for designs, maybe look at the British stick makers. Like they do like handles where they'll have like a dog's head and a bird's head, and they carve a lot of these things into it as well, which are actually pretty good. So like maybe look at some of the UK sellers, because if you want something like custom with detail and design, they're pretty good. I saw this Italian guy do really good work as well. So that'd be the kind of thing as well, depending on what you want. Like if you want a picture of your dog or a custom thing, go to one of those UK groups. They have all these prizes and ribbons and stuff. It's cool. But like every stick maker is different. My style is more kind of rustic, authentic, a lot of knob sticks, T shapes, L shape handles, things that are comfortable in your hand. I bring out like one piece sticks that are naturally occurring in nature. And that's kind of what I like to do. I like to kind of find the sticks, bring them out, and different things. I'm more into that than sculpting designs and stuff. Jake says, so true. I can pick out a good walking stick growing on a tree from 100 feet away. I can too, man. Yeah. Like, Jake, I'm driving the car 100 miles an hour, and not, well, maybe 60 miles an hour. And like, I'm scanning the edges as I go while trying to keep my hands on the road. And I'm trying not to. It's like such a bad habit. I should get away from that. But like, even today, like when I was driving with my dad, we went up to meet this guy who was a very kind guy who's cutting some wood, and we did a deal as well to get nice 40 sticks as well. Gentleman, very hardworking guy as well. And I do like meeting people like him as well. And I know he watches the stream, so he's a decent guy who is, he's a guy who likes to work. He's had a good career, and I appreciate guys that do work, and they value their time, and he's a family guy, and we had a good chat as well today. But when I was driving back, I was like scanning the area, and like there's a few places I saw on different things, but sometimes getting access or getting into them as well. And then I saw a few places that got butchered by hedge cutters or these flailing machines that just go along and just destroy hedges as well. Oh, it's terrible. Um, so it is a bit unfortunate as well, but yeah, it's kind of it's sad when you see hedges that get destroyed. But guys, thank you so much for watching the McCaffrey Crafts live stream. I appreciate everything, and you know you guys, I'd be nothing without you as well. Check out my website, mccaffreycrafts.com. I'll be putting up a lot of new sticks tomorrow and on Sunday as well. And thank you as always for watching and supporting McCaffrey Crafts. I appreciate it as well. Thanks for joining this community we have. We try a bit of fun, a bit of banter, a bit of back and forth as well. But nothing but love and respect to all you guys in the community as well. And I respect all of you that are hardworking and family men and people with good attitudes towards life and towards mindset as well. So guys, signing off for this week, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.